Good morning, guys. It's Darren from Jace Media, and welcome to my first interview of 2021. And tonight in the chair, we cross over to the other side of the world to welcome the man in the engine room of Sydney Speed Metal Maniacs Livewire, Mr. George Del Nicholas. How are you, George?
Good, thanks. Going great.
Excellent. Thanks for taking the time to chat to us today.
No worries.
I reviewed the single a few days back. I think it'll be posted tomorrow on our site.
Yep.
And I must say, from the get-go, it was a real shot in the arm, straight out the gate. So
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. So what kind of, because obviously you used to be called Fenra. So what was the change from what you were doing, the kind of folky Nordic stuff, to speed metal? What kind of made the transition to that?
So we kind of just wanted to steer away from the whole Nordic folk thing, because it was mainly our old lineup, or mainly our old vocalist, flutist. He was running the whole Nordic theme thing. So once he left us, we kind of just wanted to play thrash speed metal. So we thought, well, we can't keep dragging on the old name, so we'll fix it up to something else.
Yeah. And how has it been? How have you guys been received?
We got a lot of Motley Crue jokes. But, we just laugh along with it. I mean, yeah, we just wanted a name that wasn't taken.
Yeah.
So, we wanted to be somewhat original. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a better name than coming from Australia than Livewire.
Yeah.
So how has life been in Sydney? Are you getting back to normal?
On and off a bit. I mean, we played a couple of gigs in our capital in Canberra. But mostly it's a bit hard with the COVID thing going on. Yeah. But we've just been sorting out getting our singles out. They just came out, and we're recording our debut album as Livewire this month.
Cool.
So we'll
How's
have that
it
out.
coming along? Is it completed? Is it getting there, or are we expecting anything soon?
We've done pre-production, and all tracking starts this month, and then go from there. See how it goes, getting all the artwork together and all that, and yeah.
New merch.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's the? Have you got any? I know it's difficult for most people. Have you got anything lined up show-wise for the foreseeable future? Are you still waiting on the COVID rule changes?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to say, really, because we don't know if we'll get locked down again or not. And gigs, obviously, we don't really want to play to a seated audience, which is what they're doing in Australia at the moment.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to do an album launch, I want to make it big,
Absolutely. You want to make it the biggest and best and loudest you can.
Also want to tour. I don't want to just play our city and that's it. Yeah,
you want to spread the word. Yeah, my son, he lives in Melbourne. And he was saying that, for the first time in a couple of months, that he was into a bar with no face covering and stuff like that. They could kind of roam and do kind of what they wanted. The only place you have to wear a face covering is a department store. So I guess probably each city is different, or depending on the spread and what have you. I mean, here in Britain, in Scotland, we're in Tier 4, which is the most severe at the moment. We have been yo-yoing from Tier 2 to Tier 3 to Tier 4 to Tier 3 for months and months and months, and this has gripped Britain since February 2020. crazy times, you know. And the nice thing for us as a media site, you know, we have the great pleasure of reviewing thousands of music pieces every week. You know, so like yourselves, you guys are trying to get into the studio,
Yeah.
lay down the tracks, you know, and then it sits there for a couple of months because you can't do anything with it. You know, the beauty for us is that we just get, you know, I get probably 10, 12, 15 pieces of music through my inbox every single day, from new bands, from, you know, from remastered tapes, from bands from the 80s and 90s who have resurfaced, you know, so mega busy, you know, and that was hence the reason that I wanted to try and get a jump on you guys.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're a new outfit that's came out, you know, with a new sound that that I think people will will just really get it. You know, I think they will. So
thanks.
I'm hoping that, you know, that when you know, when the review hits, what happens to the review is I post it tomorrow. It'll go to my boss in England, and then he then sends it out to Australia, to America, and to Europe. So it'll go worldwide. We have about 80,000 hits every month from people looking at new music and, you know, and seeing what's out there. So I'm hoping that when it does hit the website tomorrow, that you'll have a lot of hits on it, and it'll reach out. You know, I think the Australian market just now is quite buoyant. There's lots of good hard rocking outfits coming from Australia. You know, I'm doing some pieces just now with the likes of Shotgun Mistress and Hells, Lisa Perry, Ablaze, and Ocean Alley and stuff like that. You know, so the market is really buoyant, you know, for you guys. So I wish you every success when the single comes out, and I hope that the album is just going to be as explosive as the single.
Oh, I definitely. There's some bangers in there.
Yes, some good stuff. That's good. That's good. So the new lineup sort of gelled together well, and it's taking shape.
Yeah, we're all best mates, and we get along pretty well. All our music influences flow together, and yeah, we just love playing fast and shredding, and
yeah, absolutely. You sometimes I put the headphones on and I start the track off, you know, and it just hits you, boom, straight out of the gate, and you're like, wow, this is quite a good little track. It's got lots of twists and turns in it, and it's got lots of changes and stuff, and you know, and it's cool that you guys are making music like this, you know.
Yeah.
It's just a fresh take on heavy metal, if you like, with speeded up guitars and stuff and pounding drums, which I believe is the force of any band. The engine room is the place to be.
Yeah, of course.
So obviously, when anybody tells you different, George, tell them no. The engine room's the place to be. So that's my take on it, because I think that that's the real heart of the band. Because the sound that comes from there will make or break a track, and I do believe that.
Yeah, that's it. Spot on.
So, anybody tells you different, tell them to come and talk to me. So,
will do.
So, what's the plans for the future?
Well, let's say if COVID magically disappears, so plans are get with our contacts throughout the world and try get some tours going and launch the album, and maybe send we're going to send off some demos to a couple of labels, see if they want to catch on to us, and go from there.
Yeah, get some interest, and that I think that's always important, that you know that when it's a kind of newish outfit, that people kind of get where you're coming from, you know, and kind of what you're trying to do. There is lots of bands out there with similar sounds and stuff, so I guess you've got to try and make it a little bit different, you know, with a little twist here and there. And as I say, I'm hoping that, you know, that when you make the album, hopefully it'll get into my inbox, and hopefully the next time that we chat, that the record will be made, and you'll be on your way to doing some gigs. Because I guess that's the important thing, you know, for bands, that you make a record, you want people to see what you sound like live, you know, when you're shredding and you're crashing the drums, where you've got a sweaty room that holds 300, 400, 500, and basically the sweat's dripping off the roof because they're enjoying themselves so much, you know. And I guess that's what we as reviewers miss as well. We miss going to gigs, you miss the interaction with various gig goers, but when you're up on the stage and you look at the band, you can see how much fun you're having, you know, and what it means to be there, you know. So I hope, I mean, I don't think there's going to be anything in Britain for at least another 6 months, at least. Yeah, you know, we were trying social distancing gigs. They were trying like little pods for 5 people and things like this. But I guess, like you say, that the whole thing about it is, you know, getting on stage, you know, and ripping it up, and the crowd not sitting in a chair, you know, tapping their feet. You know, this is really good. You know, they want to be on there like sweating their nuts off, you know, and really enjoying themselves. You know, and I guess that's the hard thing for you guys. It's good to get into the studio. It's good to lay down the tracks, but you're itching to get out there, you know, and do what you've got to do.
It's that live energy that feeds off from the band and the audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So obviously, what's you're going to get in the studio and do what you've got to do, and trying to get some interest in it. Do you feel that you've got the legs that will take the band somewhere?
Yeah, I definitely think it'll kick off after this record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do hope so, because I think it's just, you know, I don't know if you, I think my boss hasn't sent it across. I'll just read to you what I've written down, if that's all right, and then you can critique me from Australia. What I've put in is shredding guitar riff are soaring towards us at a rate of knots, and this powerful beast kicks into action. We've got a thumping snare drum punch and a double pounding bass drum kick that just brings the rhythm section to life. There's awesome shrieking power vocals that are bellowing towards us as they ramp up the volume on this frenzied assault of power guitars with a thunderous drum section that is just incredible. Bass chords are delivering meaty, plundering funk grooves that really lift this track as they give the song depth and direction. The whole piece is a well thought out shredding beast that has multi change ups with a killer solo in the midsection. This is handing us a crisp, clean, rasping lick that works well with the solid arrangement that brings power driven drums. Metal track that is sure to make people sit up and take notice of these speed freaks from down under. Get this on your playlist, as I doubt you will not be disappointed.
Awesome.
So that'll be posted tomorrow, and I know that in Britain we have lots of power metal freaks who just, you know, they love to you know, the joy for us is that when I put something down and someone reads it, you know, these posts of mine, you know, sometimes get like 10,000 hits, 5,000 hits, 3,000 hits, and it's amazing that there's people willing to take the time to sit and read what you've written about this relatively unknown band, you know. I think they get the words, they get the shrieking power vocal, they get the thundering drum, and they're like, wow, I bet that just sounds awesome. So for us, it's really cool that we get to hear it, and we get to write about it, and then something goes, wow, I bet that's going to be awesome. So I'm hoping that it's well received, George, when it gets posted. What I'll do is, I've got your email address. I'll send this to you, and you can share it with the guys.
Yeah.
And then obviously when it comes out tomorrow, we'll post it to Black Rose, who will then post it to various sites, and then it'll go live to Australia and America and Europe. So I'm hoping it's going to get going to gather you some good vibes for going forward.
Thanks so much.
No problem. So where are the rest of the guys at the moment? Are they all locked down, or are they they don't want to come on and talk to me?
Bro, it's like 8 p.m. Sunday night here, so we're all getting ready for work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day job beckons.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, same as myself. You know, I do reviewing kind of a couple nights a week and all weekend, and that's on top of a day job of 60 hours a week. You know, so it's a hard slog, but you know it's well worth it because you get to spend time with you guys. You know, who are giving up your time to chat to us about music and stuff like that. You know, so this makes it all worthwhile. You know, and when it goes out, you know, you get the good sense that people just want to view the video and they just want to they want to get what you're all about. You know. And kind of what you've got to offer. So I'm hoping that it'll be received well once it airs, but I will let you know in due course when it comes out, and we can take it from there. So hopefully, maybe the next time we chat, we'll hopefully get all the band together.
Yeah.
We can have a wee jam on kind of their take on life and stuff. It's a strange thing when you kind of come on and you're usually talking about music and the fans and the venues, and now you're talking about, you know, sitting in your front room or watching a lockdown, you know, live session, you know, or not being able to get into the studio, and it's a real strange time, you know.
Yeah, when the pandemics first broke out, we didn't have a studio to rehearse at.
Wow.
They were just shut off, and we just left in the dark for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that must have been hard. That must have been hard because I think when you've got some ideas and you've got some songs, all you want to do is lay them down, get in there, and thrash the hell out of the studio. And I guess it's difficult, you know, because do you lose any momentum? Do you kind of sit back? Christ, I can't get in. Do you think, is it worth it? Do you know, is there thoughts like that go through your head?
Yes and no. Depends.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say we start to think we'd lose momentum, like with playing, but then we get together in a rehearsal room finally, and then built out the tracks, and we think, fuck,
the juices come flowing back.
Yeah,
I guess that's what it is. It's, I guess when you've got a creative mind, it probably never loses you. You know, it's probably like us. We're trying to interview, you know, with some bands and stuff like that. You've got to find the right temperament. You've got to find the right groove to get the band chatting. Sometimes, you know, if you're not feeling it because you've not got the vibe because of lockdown and stuff, it's really difficult. But you know, I think hopefully in the next couple of months this will all dissipate and we can get back to happier times. As I say, hopefully in a couple of months, hopefully we'll touch base again. You know, if the album comes out anytime soon, get it in my inbox. I'll review it, and then I'll hopefully get you and the rest of the guys together, and we can have a right old chinwag and laugh about January 21 when everything had gone to shit, and here we are, and you know, you're now starting to tour. So I hope that happens for you, George. I hope that you and the boys get that soon, and I hope that when the album comes out, it's well received, because as I say, I really enjoyed the single, and I'm hoping that when the guys read it, they will enjoy it as well.
Yeah, cheers, thanks.
No problem at all. Listen, I know you're obviously getting ready for work tomorrow, so well, you know, we've had 20 minutes. It's been nice to chat to you. When the video gets posted, I'll give you a shout, and I'll let you know kind of what's happening, and I'll give you some figures and stuff, and obviously how the single's been received by the readers. But hopefully, let's take stock in a couple of months. Let's have a chat. And let's hope you get out there and start thrashing those drums and give the speed metal audience what they want.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, this is Darren from Jace Media on call with George from Livewire, saying thank you very much for your time. It's been a real pleasure to chat to you, George. I hope that things get better, And the next time we chat, we will have more to talk about, and hopefully a new album in the offing as well.
Awesome. Cheers.
Thanks, Josh. Take it easy, buddy.
See you later.
Thanks a lot.